worst of it. It will be 2 free throws for Antiporda, as Cool Summer Farm has been in the penalty for quite a while now. Wing T10 whistled for his first foul of the night. While Antiporda for shooting 2 from the line, knocks down the first of the 2. Element Steel now 5 out of 18 from the 4.5 meter line tonight. Antiporda splits. Cool Summer Farm on this 4-on-5. Now full strength. Shot clock down to 12 now. Still in the hands here of Lapez. Lapez hounded here by Bradley Lau. Lapez takes it out to the corner. Tan. Baseline J is good for Alexander Tan. 55 seconds remaining. 39-21 is our count. Giosia misses from just outside the free throw lane circle. 40 seconds left. Lapez. Oh, what a play here for Lapez with a quick baseline cut, but misses on that reverse layup. 2-on-2, and Element steals. Ronald Ong scores down low. 2 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for Cool Summer Farm, similar to the end of the first quarter. Caleb Dihanco. Oh, and he's called for a dribbling violation. And now Element Steel with enough time to drop this play as they call this park access timeout. We'll be right back after this one. Nine seconds remaining here in the first half of action. Antiporda going down the lane, misses that lefty layup. 2 seconds, 1 second, and a miss by Manlapas to end the first half of action. It's 39-23. Cool Summer Farm over Element Steel after the first 20 minutes of play. And we'll be back after the intermission break. This is the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. We're back from the halftime break here at the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference, and Cool Summer Farm leading 39-23 against Element Steel. Once again, this is Diego De La Paz bringing you the action from AYSN Sports Center in the heart of San Juan City. Our halftime scoring leaders so far for Cool Summer Farm, that's Alexander Tan with 8, Basa and Dihenko with 5 apiece. While for Element Steel, that's Paul Antiporda with 4, and then the duo of Bradley Lau and Lexi Chua with 3 apiece. During the first half of action, Cool Summer Farm shooting 37%, while Element Steel shooting a paltry 27%. And take a look at that team play from Cool Summer Farm, leading to that Kelvin Basa deuce down low. And of course, the three-point shooting of Cool Summer Farm definitely helping their cause. 6 out of 14 so far versus Element Steel's 2 out of 12. That man right there, Renzo Yonko, has struggled so far, and Gia missing on both tries for Element Steel, totally out of their element so far. And there's a foul before the shot, and Cool Summer Farm will be the recipient of a redo for that possession. And Renzo Yonko called for his first personal foul. Cool Summer Farm, 19 bench points, and also 12 points off of 12 turnovers from Element Steel. And Kelvin Basa, 4 points here in the second half so far for Cool Summer Farm. On the counter-attack, Rajan Lee missing, and now on the run, and 2 more fast break points for Cool Summer Farm, and that leads to Element Steel calling this timeout, brought to you by Park Access. And that was great offensive play from Cool Summer Farm on that last possession. We'll be right back after this timeout. Before we continue action here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference, coming off this timeout by Element Steel, Gia, what a rack attack there to at least wake up Element Steel in this ball game. They're down big still, 47-25. As we got quick up and down action here in this ball game, and Renzo Yonko gets the rebound against Nathan Chan, who gets called for that last foul. As I was saying before we continue action further here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the newlywed, Ellis Chua. Congratulations, my friend, on your wedding, and of course, I'd like to wish you well in your marriage. 7:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Nathan Chan at the front court and slowing things down for Cool Summer Farm. Nathan Chan trying to attack the right lane. Nice zip find down low. Alexander Tan. It looks like he got bothered by the Element Steel defense. And Cool Summer Farm with only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Nathan Chan gets blocked by Renzo Yonko, and it's down to a 1-second shot clock for Cool Summer Farm. Kelvin Basa to trigger the inbound. Quickly to Alexander Tan, but not enough time on the shot clock. And it's a shot clock violation called on Cool Summer Farm. Tight defense right there from Element Steel, forcing that turnover. Rajan Lee checks out in favor of Paul Antiporda. Unfortunately for Element Steel, they couldn't find the bottom, or should we say they couldn't set up their offense well. But on the other end, Gavin Kua gets called for that offensive foul. Under 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Giacia sends it over to Antiporda, launches a three, and that one clean as a whistle through the nylon. Still, Element Steel down 19 at the moment, 47-28. Nathan Chan sends it over to the other side to Alexander Tan. Back to Nathan Chan, down low. Oh, and what a rejection from Element Steel. And an offensive foul called on Kelvin Basa. Just as the shot clock buzzer rang through the AYSN Sports Center. 13 foul called on Cool Summer Farm in that incursion. Giacia sends it over. Renzel Yonko for three. Still hasn't found his stroke tonight. Giacia on the reset. Nice find from Manlapas. And Giacia starting to turn it on. Giacia now with 6 points tonight in his season debut here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Nathan Chan. Chan still directing traffic with the shot clock winding down to 7. Alexander Tan now with 4. Alexander Tan trapped. And 1 second on the shot clock. And it's a 3-second violation first on Cool Summer Farm before the shot clock rang out. Five and 42 remaining here in the third quarter. Giacia sends it to Antiporda. Back to Sia. Straight away three for Sia. Short. Nathan Chan with the rebound. Pushing the tempo early on in the shot clock. And Cool Summer Farm tried to go quickly on the offensive. Antiporda though giving out contact. That's a third team foul called against Element Steel this quarter. Chan sends it over to Caleb Dehenko. Dehenko rises from the foul line but misses. Gavin Kua tried to go for the offensive rebound, and great stop here for Element Steel. 5 and 10 remaining here in the third quarter. Giacia sends it over to Jacob Manlapas. Sia gets it back. The drive-in kick to Antiporda. Antiporda decides to drive high off the glass and makes it. It's down to a 15-point ball game. Element Steel making a comeback, making headway here in the third quarter. Here's the attack and the finish from Jaime Sia for the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. And Element Steel, or should we say that was a Cool Summer Farm stopping this Element Steel run here in the third period. Sia couldn't hit the bonus. Rebound Manlapas. 49-32 is our count. Manlapas sends it over to Yonko, who has struggled throughout this ball game tonight. Antiporda fakes the jumper, sends it out to Sia for three. Left it short. Manlapas offensive board and the putback. The triple B, the bump, the bucket, and the chance for the bonus. 4 minutes and 22 left in the third. Jacob Manlapas could cut this deficit further, and Manlapas makes this a 14-point ball game. One of the closest that Element Steel has gotten to Cool Summer Farm tonight. Kua launches a three, but iron deficient and goes out of bounds. 4:08 remaining here in the third. Antiporda to Sia. Back to Antiporda. Couldn't knock down the jumper. Rebound, Nathan Chan. Chan. Slowing things down. Nice find to Wayne T10 down the middle. T10 now down on his knees. And great stop from Element Steel. Now Sia going downhill. Gio Sia gets blocked by Wayne T10, but it will stay with Element Steel with 13 seconds on their shot clock. Rajan Lee returns, replacing Gio Sia. Shot clock at 14. Yonko rises on the catch and shoot. Off to the left. Kua buys lonesome against 3 white shirts and lost the ball at the baseline. Less than 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Antiporda uses the Manlapa screen. Kick out to Yonko. They send it over to Rajan Lee for 3. And the struggles continue for Rajan Lee tonight. Fresh 14 on the shot clock for Element Steel. Rajan Lee. Oh, and he gets rejected by Gavin Kua. 3 seconds on the shot clock for Element Steel. Baseline inbound here for the white shirts. Lee, nice find to Manlapas. Misses the jumper. And it sails out of bounds, going the way of Cool Summer Farm. 2:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Lopez sends it over to Kua. 12 on the shot clock. Steps back for a 3. Left it short. Offensive board for Jaime Sia, but couldn't connect off the glass. Antiporda. Oh, and he gets blocked by Wayne T10. Starts this Cool Summer Farm offense, and Gavin Kua gets fouled on the way up. Let's find out. I think it's on Renzel Yonko. That last foul. 2 minutes and 15 left here in the third quarter. And Gavin Kua will go to the line for a pair of freebies. Gavin Kua tonight now with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Make that 7 to match his jersey number. 51-35 is our count. And Cool Summer Farm has weathered the storm created by Element Steel here in the third quarter. Holding foul called against Caleb DeHenko, and that sends Cool Summer Farm into the penalty. Renzo Yonko trying to readjust his shooting stroke tonight from the 4.5 meter line. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Renzo Yonko now with 2 points. Make that 3. And it's all from the free throw line. Under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Wayne T10 sends it over to Jaime Sia. Too strong on that 3-point attempt. And now Element Steel on the fast break. Renzo Yonko. Nice pass to Antiporda, who misses that gimme down low. But Renzo Yonko recovers. 3-pointer on the way. Offline. Antiporda to Yonko. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Yonko. The drive-in kick. But a miss by Antiporda. Another fresh 14 on the shot clock. Yonko sets up for the 3, but misses again. And uncharacteristic misses tonight from the field for Renzo Yonko. Gavin Kua gets fouled on the way to the basket. And I think that Renzo Yonko's exclamation saying "Sama" says it all about his performance tonight. Again, all of his 3 points, all from the free throw line tonight. I mean, for all the times that I've covered Renzel Yonko in different leagues, including the Chinoy Basketball Association. I haven't seen him shoot this badly. A minute and 11 remaining here in the third quarter. And it's been all Cool Summer Farm all throughout this Thursday special. And also not to mention that Rajan Lee, after that that 20-point output against Jush last Feb 28, has mightily struggled from the field tonight, only scoring 2 points in this ball game. Under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Now Renzel Yonko pushing it forward to Paul Antiporda. He goes downhill and he met a brick wall, and his name is Wayne T10. And that is Wayne T10's third personal foul. Now Paul Antiporda going to the free throw line for a pair of freebies. Antiporda with 9 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist for Element Steele. Our score 52-37, still in favor of Cool Summer Farm. Antiporda shoots that first free throw off to the left. Antiporda tried to go glass, K-style, but misses that second free throw. 35 seconds remaining here in the third period. Nathan Chan with 14 to shoot now for Cool Summer Farm. Chan drops it off for Wayne T10. T10 barging down low, too strong, but Gavin Kua was right there for the tip in. 54-37 with 14 seconds remaining. Rajan Lee, kick out. Antiporda missing that three ball. Nathan Chan with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Nathan Chan, the drive and kick. Kua sends it over. Three-pointer on the way at the buzzer, but a miss by Anton Lopez. After 3 quarters, Cool Summer Farm still on top against Element Steele, 54-37, surviving that Element Steele run in the third period. We'll be back. Fourth quarter of action here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. This is your 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference presented by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Kaukai Thai Chicken House, Autoguard Car Care, Park Access, and Torch. We're down to the final 10 minutes of action between Cool Summer Farm and Element Steele, where Cool Summer Farm has dominated all the way, currently leading 54-37. Once again, this is Diego Del Paz bringing you the action from AYSN Sports Center in the heart of San Juan City. 12 seconds on the shot clock now for the Royal Blue Shirts. 7 now for Lopez. Drive and kick. Nathan Chan launches the 3. Short. Offensive board. And the putback is good for Garvin C. Off the window and in. It's been a mighty struggle here for the runners of Element Steele, including this guy right here, Renzel Yonko, who has not made a field goal tonight. Corner 3 on the way, left short by Carl Lim. Defensive rebound by Nathan Chan. Lopez sends it over to Dihenko. 3-pointer from straight away, off the mark. Yonko. Give it up to Ray-Chan Lee. The drive and kick. Lim. Misses another left corner three. Sia attacking against Bernard Yu. Bothered there down low, but it will stay with Cool Summer Farm. Carl Lim out. Gia Sia back into the ball game for Element Steel. Gia Sia's debut tonight has been one of the bright spots for Element Steel tonight. Gia Sia coming off the bench, scoring 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Sia, right wing three! Boom, baby! And Gia Sia hikes his total now to 9 points tonight. Under 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 16 to shoot here for Cool Summer Farm. They give it up to Jaime Sia. Missing from inside the paint. And a series of whistles here. And it's a foul against Element Steel. And that last foul is called against Renzel Yonko. That's his third of the evening. 7:37 left. Chan misses that three-point attempt. Long rebound, Gia Sia. Sia sends it over to Yonko. Launches the left corner three. Another miss from the field from Yonko. Has not made any of his field goals tonight. But on the counter-attack, that layup is good for Jaime Sia with that inside hand finish. Renzel Yonko tonight has not made a field goal out of 9 attempts. Gia Sia drops it down low for Bernard Yu. And that pass was a little too hot to handle and sends it out of bounds. Under 7 minutes remaining here in the final frame. Again, coming up next, it will be Dr. Brown's Champion Lab versus Link & Co. Both teams trying to find their maiden win of the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. Ramirez with a handoff to Manlapas. Finds Gia Sia going downhill. Gia Sia misses that layup. And on the counter-attack, Nathan Chan says, "See you later." 21-point advantage for Cool Summer Farm. Nice find. Jacob Manlapas for the score. Chalk that assist up to Peter Ramirez. Faking the Cool Summer Farm defense right there. Four minutes down here in the fourth quarter. Nathan Chan against Renzel Yonko. Screen set by Garvin C. Lapez for three. 2 steps away from the line but misses. Bernard Yu with the rebound. But what a steal by Jaime Sia and gets that but loses the basketball on the way up. .40 seconds away from hitting the halfway point of the fourth period. Ramirez misses that jumper. Nathan Chan gets a rebound. 5:25 left here in the final quarter. 19-point advantage for Cool Summer Farm. Nathan Chan, series of moves. Couldn't get away from his defender and misses that layup. Gia Sia, nice find. Renzel Yonko, 0 for 11 now tonight. Even the shortest of shots, he couldn't find the bottom of the cup. If there was a blood moon a couple of nights ago, tonight is a once in a blue moon occurrence of seeing Renzel Yonko struggle this badly. Five minutes left here in the ball game. Giosia steps on the line and misses from beyond the arc. Jacob Manlapas lost the ball on the way up. And now Cool Summer Farm on the offense. And look at that play from Jaime Sia against three white shirts. Not a problem for him. Blackjack lead for Cool Summer Farm, 62-41. Ramirez gets a second life here for Element Steel, and there is a foul for Renzel Yonko as he drives to the basket hard. And that last foul on Cool Summer Farm is on Jerry Cotan. Renzel Yonko makes the first of two foul shots. Yonko, all of his 4 points tonight from the free throw line. As I mentioned earlier, 0 for 11 from the field. 4:20 remaining here in the final period. Ethan Chan, 10 to shoot. Going downhill. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and the jumper is good for Jerry Cotan. 64-42 is our count. 3:55 remaining. Rajan Lee sends it back to Renzel Yonko, who whiffs up another air ball. Nathan Chan going downhill, and he gets fouled. Three minutes and 43 remaining. Nathan Chan at the free throw line knocks in the first of two free throws. Nathan Chan now with 8 points with 11 rebounds and 5 assists. Manages a split on the free throw line. And that's Peter Ramirez with that drive to the basket for the score. 3 minutes and 26 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wayne T10 misses that shot, but Jaime Sia recovers for the score down low. 3:15 remaining. Rajan Lee earns another trip to the free throw line. Far cry from his 20-point output on opening day. Lee with just 2 points with a rebound and 3 assists tonight. First free throw knocked in by Lee. Three and 12 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Two out of two for Rajan Lee. Hikes his total to 4 points tonight. (67-46) in favor of Cool Summer Farm. Jeremiah Tan sends it over to Caleb Dehenko. Turnover for Cool Summer Farm. Floater up and in for Peter Ramirez. And it's now a 19-point ball game. 2:43 remaining, the midnight hours of this match. Wayne T10 tried to extend his range, but his three-pointer went awry. Lee The drive-in kick. Three-pointer missed by Carl Lim. Wayne Titan hauls down the rebound but throws the ball away. Now in the hands of Carl Lim. Nice find down low for Rajan Lee for the score. 2 minutes and 12 remaining in our opening ball game here on this Thursday special in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. 2 minutes left. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum. And still Peter Ramirez active despite this game already out of hand. 17-point ball game in favor of Cool Summer Farm, as they are a minute and 56 away from getting win number 2 in as many games, while Element Steel will have to go back to the drawing board, find their element to perhaps get their first win in their next outing. Turnover right there for Element Steel. A minute and 30 remaining. Jeremiah Tan. Kelvin Basa. Shot clock down to 10. Wayne T10 down low. Misses the first time on the second try. Wayne T10 is a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. A minute and 8 remaining. Three-pointer on the way, but missed by Alexi Chua. Cool Summer Farm just wasting away clock here, but Caleb Dihanco decides to hoist it up from the left corner. Fresh 14 on the shot clock for Cool Summer Farm. For Element Steel, trying to, if they want to get their first victory, they'll have to do it against Acro City on March 12. While for Cool Summer Farm, they have a chance to get win number 3 in their next game against McDavid Sean, also on March 12. 18 seconds remaining, and Ramirez at least making this a respectable finish for Element Steel. Kelvin Basa adding some more icing to the cake as we end our first offering this Thursday. Cool Summer Farm defeating Element Steel 71-54 here on this March 5 Thursday matchup here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. And of course, after this short break, we will find out who is our Jumbo Plastic Linoleum Best Player of the Game as we continue our coverage of the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. Welcome back to our coverage of the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference. And Cool Summer Farm gets their second win in as many games. And right now with us is our Jumbo Plastic best player of the game, 13 points and 7 rebounds, Jaime Sia of Cool Summer Farm. And Jaime, your team went off to a great start to this ball game and never looked back. Was that the game plan heading into this one against your opponents from Element Steel?
Well, I think we just wanted to keep our energy up. Coming from a win last weekend, we just wanted to keep that energy. We know our team is capable, so we just have to get on the right start and finish strong.
If there's one thing that good that you got out of this ball game against Element Steel, what can you take away from this ball game that you could bring into your next few assignments?
I think we just have to keep the momentum up, keep our energy up. I know our team is complete, so we just have to go with our strengths.
And lastly, do you want to give any greetings, shout outs to the people that are supporting you?
Shout out to my teammates, shout out to my teammate there, Jericho Tan, and shout out to my girlfriend, Kiel Lopez.
All right, once again, congratulations to Cool Summer Farm. Now 2-0 early on in the season in the Stallion Cup. And we will be back with more action here in the 7th Stallion Cup Jumbo Plastic Conference.